Hello and welcome to Treasures Woven with Love. If you're new here, I would like to welcome you to my channel and to consider subscribing. If you're a returning subscriber, I like to say welcome back, and I hope you like my video and you will consider giving me a big thumbs up. For today's video, I will be doing a DIY fall harvest sign. I decided to use a piece of plywood for the sign, and I wanted to use this heritage colors, like a pumpkin color, for the plywood or for the sign. And I also have this burnt umber color that I will be also using on the plywood. I was experimenting with the colors, as you can see here. I started to apply the pumpkin color on the plywood, and I wasn't really looking for any perfection. I just applied the acrylic paint on it and going back and forth from the top to the bottom, and not really looking for anything perfect. Just wanted to make it look a little rustic or weathered. This is what it's looking like, and I'm really happy with it. I just started to apply the color and I was happy with it. In the middle here, I'm gonna fix that. I'll add some more color, but I was just experimenting with it. I also added the Waverly Curry color chalk paint to the board as well, because I was liking this color right there. So I wanted to combine it to see what I would get. So I just basically took the chalk paint and applied it to the plywood, and just basically going back and forth to see if I liked it or not, and I was pleased with it. I also added this burnt umber color to the plywood. I switched over to this brush and applied it to the tip so I can continue applying the burnt umber color. The next color I use is the white. So I apply it on this brush and then just smooth it out evenly so I can get this color right here. It's like a beige color. So I just spread it on there and just apply it back and forth. I also dip my brush in water to get the same effect. So you dip it in the water and then you take it and just brush it on the white acrylic paint, and you go back and forth. And I also like this technique, so I started doing it like this a little bit more instead of just applying the white paint by itself. So this is what it looks like once it dried. I was really loving the colors. I like the look of the grain on the plywood. And this right here, I just left it like that. I didn't paint it at all because I like that color. It has all the different colors in there. So I was very pleased with the end result. Next was to do the letters, put them on the plywood. So I created my own letters. I used this printing paper and I just bent it at the bottom just a little bit to measure the letters on the sign so that they fit on there. And this is what I mean. I took the paper, put it on the plywood, and I just placed it on there as straight as I could. And then you're gonna see that this is the measurement that I want. To create perfect letters, I used this Dollar Tree ruler, and I basically put it on there and just measured it and created the letters. I used this utility knife to cut out the letters. I basically just went straight down on the piece of paper and cut them out. And this is my stencil that I will be using. I will be using the orange paper to paint the letters on the sign. I'll use it as a stencil because it's more firmer and it won't break apart when I put it on the plywood to do the letters. Wanted to share how I did the R, and this is how I did it with this utensil right here. And here are the letters. I also wanted to draw some lines on the plywood to make it look as shiplap. I used painter's tape to measure all the way down, and then I used the nutmeg acrylic paint to paint in between the lines. This is what it looks like. See the lines on it? That's the nutmeg brown color, and I really like it. It looks good to me, and it doesn't have to be perfect for me because I like it like this. I also sanded the lines a little bit just to make it look weathered. This is what the sign is looking like now. It says harvest, and the colors I used to paint in the letters was burnt umber and nutmeg brown. It doesn't look all that perfect, the letters, but I like it. Now I will be making a bow for the sign. I use this ribbon right here, and I will be using 2 other ribbons to put them all together to place them on the sign. This is the second bow, and just repeat the same process. And so far, this is what both of them look like. And then I just started putting them all together, one on top of each other, and just tying them together with this wire. And I also wanted to add these flowers to the bows as well. And here's my sign. I also added twine, jute twine on the top next to the bows. Here's the word harvest all the way down, and you'll notice that at the bottom I also put some leaves at the bottom that I got from Dollar General for $1, and I'm really liking the sign. It's the first time that I made one. There's the jute twine, and I'm really happy with it. I'm satisfied with it. The letters might not look too perfect, but I liked it. It was the first time I did it, and I'm not really looking for perfection, and I like it. I really like it. I think it came out really nice. If you like it, please give me a big thumbs up. If you're new, please consider subscribing, and please share with friends and family. And I hope that everyone has a wonderful, blessed, and safe weekend. Take care.